Hey you guys, this is Darius,
And this is Thaddeus.
and this is the Why Did I Incarnate podcast. And today's topic is the power of awareness. What a podcast!
Yeah. You started it.
Yeah, no.
Alright. So we said we were talking about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about advice we would give our younger selves.
Okay. So now, alright. If I could, the time, like I said before, the time that I would give to the age or whatever, it would have to be. It'll have to be a little bit kind of like middle school, yet majority of high school.
Okay.
So I call that my dark period.
Okay.
At that time, I was pretty heartless. The nicknames I had was Heartless, Hope Destroyer.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you have like nicknames for these things means that you really found solace in people's pain or whatever caused these nicknames. Like you realize, yeah, that's me.
It was more like it just happened. It was just like,
But the fact that you named them, it's like,
yeah,
like a part of you back then knew that this was like,
that was me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Were these names people gave you? Like
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, these are friends, yeah.
And do you still talk to these friends?
There's
Wow.
friends who are very close to me, who know exactly how it was back then.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we're still close. They, to this day, if I say anything along like, my feelings are hurt, they always say, what feelings? Yeah, so they don't let me know that now.
Usually when there's like a very, so you go from, let's say, bad to good, the people you hang out with go change as well, but the fact that that's not the case here, why do you think that is? That's very interesting.
I would say specifically with my friends is they've all kind of they knew me, they knew more of me than just the name Heartless. Like I was very close with my friends, so the ones I'm very close with, like, loyalty, friendship, I helped them out, I was always giving them advice, but they knew if someone came across me or came at me sideways, they knew my 3-strike system. After 3 strikes, then after that, I was like, I don't care about their lives no more. So I just said things. So
Okay, so you weren't like a bad person. You just had you just had moments that portrayed a side of you that wasn't a full representation of who Thaddeus is.
Right.
But it wasn't okay.
right.
So you weren't. So, if that was just a side of you, why did that change? Why did that side go away? Do people still trigger that side of you? It's just you had it a different way, or what?
Well, okay, it's a few things with that, because with what people seen, a lot of people didn't know what I was going through on the inside.
Okay.
So I had a lot of emotional stuff that I may have went through, or some, not anger, but it was just a lot of annoying and frustration just with emotions. So I've come to learn that those sides are still there, but they were characteristics that I still use, but not in that way to destroy or hurt a person.
Okay.
So, for example, like when I did get triggered and someone would piss me off using my gifts, I would read their whole soul and just bring it out and open and destroy them. So now, instead of just using it to destroy, I use it to heal. So I would look at someone, get stuff, and then based on like where they're at and how to talk to them, I will be able to give them advice on stuff when they didn't really say it because they may feel like they're too vulnerable or it's weakness or whatever. So I'll learn how to heal that part of them that I see versus destroy. So that characteristic of when I got triggered to read a person, I don't destroy them, I help them.
Okay.
And then another thing is too with that characteristic is that I was very honest. I didn't give a damn. I didn't care about your feelings. I was gonna tell it to you like it is. I wasn't gonna sugarcoat. I still use that characteristic, but not in the sense of destroy you. It may be if we're really close, I'm gonna tell you how it is because we're really close, because most people don't do that nowadays. It's like, oh, okay, my friend's doing something wrong, but I'm gonna let him learn. Like, no, we're really close. Obviously, if I see something wrong in you, and I know who it is that you're to become, who you told me you're becoming, and you're going off of that, I'm gonna tell you. So even in business, when nobody else wanted to say nothing, I'm like, okay, well, this needs to be addressed because everybody else acting like they scared. So now I use that characteristic to pull this person to the side, to not destroy them, because I would destroy them in public, pull them to the side and say, hey, when you did so and so, blah 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 blah, this is not who you are. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm gonna tell it to you straight up. I'm a close friend,
So you say destroy. I don't want you to give. I want you to give an example, honestly. Like,
okay.
if you would have destroyed me, like, be ruthless. I can take it. I know the fat is who he is today. Destroy Darius. What would you say? Like, go ahead, because what you do is actually help me.
Yeah.
Because what I will hear is the thing to adjust.
Yeah.
Fix. I know you know this just because I asked you to. It's
Right.
not who you truly are, so I won't get bothered by it.
Right.
But destroy Darius.
Well, okay, I can't destroy
I know
you,
you
but
can't.
I can give you examples. So like if we say I didn't know you and
Yes.
I was just chilling, minding my own business, and I don't know, I was doing something. You just came at me, just like said something,
Yes.
like kind of
Really reckless. Yes.
yeah. You just I'm like okay, so I was like,
What would be your comment towards Darius? So like Darius specifically, if I was rude to you in a situation,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're rude to me in that situation, first I analyze looking at you, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna breathe because he doesn't know who I am. I'm gonna let it go. But if you continue,
I continue. Yes.
okay, so you continue. Then after that, I'm like, all right, you already spoke to strike one, strike two. Then I'm like, and I would try to be nice and be like, I would say whatever. I'm like, hey, like let's not go here. But you would just say fuck that, and you were just like, all right. So then that's when I just like, okay, so I would look at everything about you, whatever your darkest, whatever you're feeling, insecurities, all of that.
That's what I want to hear.
So you want me to actually do that?
Like I want you to go. I will not take it personal at all.
Okay, so
Go for it.
if I was
Let's
that
go.
person,
It's fun.
it's just so bad. Like it's not me anyway.
I know.
He uses the help.
I know. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the bad and we're gonna do the good, so that you can see the contrast of where they are, maybe where they were, and where they're going, or maybe where they're, the goal. That's what I'm doing this for.
Okay.
So just if you can, it's okay. There's nothing bad about it. If you're gonna say something badly, we're gonna do the opposite, which will come naturally to you. But the fact that you're having trouble doing this now is good because there's an obvious shift in alignment.
Right.
Becoming more of who you naturally are, which is a loving individual being.
Right.
So I want people to know that it's not okay, it's not fun to be shady, to be mean.
Yeah.
We glorify that on Instagram, social media. It's not who we naturally are.
Yeah.
And we're protruding and creating something that doesn't naturally exist. But the power behind that is knowing that we created ourselves.
Right.
That we create this negativity, that it doesn't breathe. There's no devil, there's no hell. It's our power to create. And
Right.
because we create negativity, it's what we're creating, not that it's breeding by itself. There's no source of evil,
Right.
so it's a source of love. So with that said, knowing that, I want you to just take a step back and tap into this negativity that we created.
Okay.
And just give it to me.
Okay. All right.
So you already know who Darius is, pretty for the most part. You know who I am spiritually.
Yeah. No,
On the
that's
inside.
spiritually.
I thought you know my insecurity at the same time.
Okay.
You do.
All right. Having a complete shift, putting myself over here to the side, not thinking and just tapping into the impulse of it. Just coming into character.
Put my guard up.
Yeah, put your guard up. Put your guard up. So if I was to just take literally this step aside from myself, go back into that place, feel the impulse, feel the rage coming in a little bit, knowing that I'm getting really excited about it. I'm feeling my hands like do the thing that it normally does, and I would get into that moment, just getting super excited that I'm about to really destroy a soul in front of me. So I always did that. I always would breathe, pass my hands. So it's not a good thing.
Okay.
So I would look and it would look into your eyes,
Ooh.
and then you would say stuff or whatever.
Okay. It's
So
intense.
they're very intense. So you would say something, so I would really look at you, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So I'm like, he's really trying this. So then I laugh because I'm like, this is really entertaining.
Nice.
So he's bringing that side out.
Okay.
So then I would look at you, go in, everything's being revealed. So now I'm just like, all right, what is it that I want to take in and what I want to say? So then if I was to be that person, then I would say, all right, it's funny that there's like, you can come at me very rude, blah, 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 you're saying this and all that about me. But what I don't understand is, why is it that you always like stop yourself from doing stuff you need to do?
Okay.
Why is it that you're always hindering yourself? And then I'm like, is this because of programming? Is this what? And then you're like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Let's go deeper.
Okay.
Let's talk about stuff that happened with your father that you went through.
Oh,
and then you would be like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, you don't want to talk about that. Let's go into that. Like, let's talk about your feelings.
Let's go.
Let's talk about your emotions there. Let's talk about the feelings like you have with him. Like, why it has closed off certain things. Why is it that you rejected certain parts of yourself that you may not be aware of just yet, but subconsciously you know what I'm talking about. Okay, now let's go with your mom. So I would go deeper and just find stuff, and then after that I'm like, but you know what? I'm like, maybe I'm not supposed to say it, maybe you'll get help. But just in case you try to, just know that you might not get the help anyway, because you're going to stop yourself from doing what you know you need to do it. Now, that being said, then I would take that change in impulse in your eyes and how you're adjusting yourself, and then I would bring that out, and then I give you some hope, like, maybe, it happened for a reason.
So you give people hope.
Because I know I see it's going to liven them up, but then I break that.
Okay.
So it's part of the game. So they'll have the hope, and they're like, I'm really thinking that. And then I say, but then again, you might just fuck that up too. So
interesting. But as you do this, I feel a part of myself, like, feeling hurt.
Right.
Yeah, how dare you?
Exactly.
That way. Okay,
Exactly.
I see. I take offense to when you said that.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
So if you now in that case, like when that happens, I can feel that. So when I'm very like locked into you, I'm very like tuned in, using the gifts again the wrong way. I'm very tuned into how you feel, using the empathy, using all of that to literally feel what you're feeling and letting your mind, your body tell me like what's bothering you. So then, after you kind of get to that point, you will quite naturally, using my gifts again, you will quite naturally go to a place that you don't normally go to unless there's some type of hurt. Then, being the heartless one, I would have been like, so, with that being said, you might want to just end life right now.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So, it'll be,
yes.
so it'll go deeper, and then I would give you, like tips on how to do that. And then I'm like, with that being said, are you done now? Like, are you done fucking up the
I can so see that happening. I can so see that. That is so bad. It's not the way I know. I can so see that. Even like, just like the delivery methods, the intro, the details, supporting details, the conclusion paragraph. Yeah, I can see that.
And after that, I'm like, all right, bro, talk to you soon. And then I walk away and I'm done.
Okay, so that's the bad that is. Not who is that is today. What is that is doing that isn't that. But still that is, they put that is has now opened up to a broader perspective, and they get why it is we inquired and why we're here.
Okay.
So from that point.
So
that is it.
Okay, so who I am now is okay if I just like be myself now.
Yes, it's much natural.
Okay, so then what I would do is one, looking back into your eyes. Now since my gifts have broadened because of my understanding, I can feel you more, and I'm like, okay, so I see why, going back to the same subject of stuff that may have hindered you, okay, I see why that hindered him. So instead of me just saying it blunt out in the open, I need to kind of get him used to opening it up himself. So that way he has reference points of learning how to open it up. So he builds that stamina in doing that. The more he does that, then he'll get to the point where he gets excited to break certain things about himself. And then when you're in the middle of doing something, you may come to me for advice. I'm like, yeah, but then let me ask you this, have you ever done this before? Yeah, this happened to me. Okay, go back to that point and change that in this way, this technique. You'll notice that you'll start to open up more. You notice like you may not be like tight in certain places. You'll see like you feel like more of a rejuvenation.
Okay.
Energetically, you may feel mentally more relaxed. You may even feel like a mental healing. It just depends.
Yes, I agree with that. And for those who aren't physically here, no one, it's only us two, but those who don't know that is when he speaks, energy is being spewed out. So as he was speaking from a negative perspective, I felt like this. Before we were just discussing him doing that, I felt a stabbing pain. Yeah. And then as you were giving specific stuff, you would say like the negative one. I'm like, oh god, that kind of hurts.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hurt my feelings. Yeah. Even though I know you aren't,
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to see that. For you to say that, there will be energy shift, knowing that, because the energy does change when your intention as you speak changes.
Yeah.
Very true. Interesting. And I think a lot of people don't know that we have the power to change the energy of the rooms by doing certain things, saying certain things. Some of us have the power of speech, like you do. Some of us have the power of just feeling things out, and we use that feelings to map us out. We don't know where to go, maybe we feel things out.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for people to not take their power for granted.
Right.
Not take that power and put it in the perspective of society, which is what we do often. What's best for us isn't always best for me individually.
Right.
Very good point that you,
Right.
that you did that.
Yeah, and that's actually you brought up a very good point too of like not taking it for granted, because one thing I've learned when I was in my dark times is that yes, those gifts that I was using was great and all, but they're weak compared to where I'm at now.
Yeah. Because you're tapping into an endless source of love, as
Right.
opposed to the negativity was created by you, so it isn't itself endless. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
its source is you,
Yeah.
as opposed to the source of love being constantly given to you.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. It's much easier, much grander to be grand while being naturally loving. So
Right.
much easier. There's so much more. There's so much more love to give than there is hate. You
Yeah.
have to make an effort to give hate. Love flows naturally.
Exactly.
Truly.
Exactly.
That's why feeling bad is like it takes work. You feel tired when you feel bad.
Sure.
You get exhausted.
Sure.
When you're angry, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel natural. But when you smile and you're laughing,
Yeah.
it just feels like it's flowing through you. It doesn't feel like it's work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And honestly, and as you said that, I know it's just me and you, but intuitively I just hear like some lady's voice. Basically, she's like, so how is that? How does one get over the anger and stuff like that? Like that.
Okay. So let's define this lady. Who is she? If we had like paint a picture. How old is she? 42 maybe? Is she
I'm getting she's like
a redhead?
Not red. I'm feeling like she's kind of like maybe 37 to 42 range.
Okay.
Short, maybe 5'7", 5'6".
New Jersey accent.
She had some type of
I
accent.
hear that too, dude. I'm not
Yeah.
yeah.
She had some type of
Yeah.
accent. But she has a lot of like,
Fire.
yeah, a lot of
Yes,
fire.
I agree.
So that's what I'm feeling from her. And I just feel like when she was like, well, how does one get over that? You know what I mean? So she was kind of like, that's just how she responds. It wasn't a technique.
Let's do that. Like, well, how does one get over that? Because her delivery was very angry, very aggressive. But beneath that was the desire to change.
Exactly.
But because we are afraid of being judged, it is so much easier to be mean.
Right.
It's much more welcome to be mean. So for us to say, how does one change?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that guy's weird. Why is he being so nice?
Mhm.
Even within that, those few little words, it's just like a grand. It's just like a very easy example of the way this world works.
Right.
So, but go ahead. So how does one change? She's angry, but underneath that is the desire to change and so forth.
All right. So, just answering her question, like for her, specifically tuning into her, I would say for example, you are angry. Someone does something to piss you off and it makes you angry. Quite naturally, you want to react. So I would say if you can just take 5 seconds before you do it, just kind of ask yourself, okay, actually just programming yourself, why did this get me angry?
Yeah.
And kind of focus that attention and that energy not at the person, but like why did this get me angry for a self-evaluation to kind of go deeper.
Self-evaluation. There's power in understanding that we have the power to create whatever we experience. Everything we experience is our creation.
Right.
So if something is bothering you, it's because your emotional reaction was from your perspective, not theirs.
Right.
Not there's nothing anyone can do to you that you can't do to yourself.
Right.
Very true. So go ahead.
Exactly. So just self-evaluation and just asking yourself why did this trigger you off, and just going with it. Because I'm the type, I'm not just going to say it, I like to give an example so they can kind of understand it better. Is like someone pissed me off, we'll just say, for example, driving down the route, everybody's driving. Everybody has driven, everybody experienced this where someone may cut you off and piss you off and you want to, however you want to do whatever to them. Me personally, I'd say, okay, why did this piss me off? I'm like, okay, why the hell did this happen? So then I'm like, all right, so obviously they had to get over for some odd reason, but hey, though I'm pissed, I acknowledge that I'm pissed and I accept it because I'm not gonna reject it because I feel like if I reject it, it's just gonna become strong. I'm like, okay, let me just accept. Okay, I am angry, but why? This person pissed me off. I didn't like that. I feel like they disrespected me. Okay, well, I'm not gonna kill them, but the good news is nothing happened to my car. I'm fine. I didn't get in an accident. This is not gonna stop me. So you know what? Hey, I forgive them. They're good as long as I get to where I get to. But you know what? Because I'm still angry, then that's when I kind of use that anger and use it in a way that will speak something good. Because words are powerful. You create your reality. So I would say, you know what? I really, and me, I was like, you know what? I really fucking hope that they get a fucking promotion at their job and they get to move somewhere that they want to be at, so I don't have to see them ever again on the road.
Okay.
So it's like,
that's a very common reaction. So what now know that reaction isn't one that benefits us, because that what you do is you're building momentum. That little moment in time is going to stack.
mm-hmm.
Which is going to happen. Maybe the next time you drive, or maybe you do something else, someone will cut you off in the same manner, or it'll create the same situation, a different situation with the same emotional reaction.
Right.
And you'll feel even worse. You need to build.
Mm-hmm.
And something that started in 5 seconds now created a whole lifetime worth of drama of shit you don't want to experience.
Mm-hmm.
It is that simple. Mm-hmm. And the hardest part about building momentum or stuck momentum is that it can be so grand sometimes. It's all we know, all we experience. We forget that other things, happen as well.
Right.
You might focus on, like, let's say, that yes, you were driving and someone cut you off, but fast forward down 10 years later, you're pissed about your boyfriend cutting you off while you're in a relationship. You're pissed about something completely different. And what people don't know is that is just one situation of momentum that has been stacking for years. So they've seen that one situation as opposed to seeing a lifetime worth of misery that's been created over time. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing that, just focusing on one situation, focus on the opposite of that. So if you were cut off and how that made you feel, what's an opposite polar reaction to that? Freedom. You want freedom, you want things your way, you want ease, you want happiness. So what in your life at this point in time can create happiness and ease? It can be something as small as your dog.
Yeah.
You have a nice dog, he sometimes creates happiness, so let's focus on that happiness.
Yeah.
Focus on that small mustard seed of faith and joy. Yeah. Because like the misery, this will build momentum.
Right. And
what people don't seem to understand is that it builds momentum. Momentum is everything we're going through. Everything we experience right now is a result of momentum.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing. So just build momentum in the direction you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Build it in the right way, as opposed to what feels bad. How something feels is how you kind of guide your way through life.
Right.
Yeah. It's like your guiding system, emotion. So if something feels good, follow it. If it doesn't feel good, ignore it. Don't talk about it. Ignore it.
Right.
If say something feels bad, forget about it. Don't call a friend up. Don't talk about. Don't encourage this negativity. Don't have your friend support it. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah. And you can find ways to. You can find other ways to let it go, let anger go, because I know for some people that's easier, and I know for some people that's hard for them to do.
Yeah.
And I know I've met individuals who they introduced me to a whole new dynamic of relieving like anger or whatever. I have one friend, for example, she gets really, really pissed. But what her thing is, she goes to the beach and she relaxes. I have another friend, they go out and they play sports, and I have someone else who goes to the gun range and they're extremely angry.
Okay.
So what they do is they channel that anger into something else, but it's just something that gives them that peace. So they have to do something. Okay.
You said it's sometimes easier for people to relieve that anger and sometimes harder. What kind of personality types do you think is harder for? Do you think it's someone who, it reminds me of my mom's friend. She's very, she's Aries moon, Aries rising, Aries sun. She's very go, very big energy kind of person. Speaks her mind all the time. When someone is on a bad side, she pushes them out and she lets it be known and she talks about it. But I feel like the reason that it's so hard for her to get over things is because she's allowing someone else to have her power. She doesn't understand that, but people who tend to have harder times getting over things are very strong individuals. So they feel like if someone came to this space and shook their world, but in reality, they themselves shook their world.
Yeah.
So powerful, yet they don't understand their power.
Right.
And I want that shook out to me. You said easy and hard, but for people who find it hard to for those who are listening, people who find it hard to overcome things, what you're doing is you're giving someone else your power.
Right.
Truly. All you need to do is understand that you control everything you experience and just let go.
Right.
Let go. Let go because you choose to.
Right.
You know, you're not gaining anything from diving down the rabbit hole of hurting someone out. You're gaining nothing from that.
Right.
You're only increasing the chances of that happening tomorrow, within a few hours. You know?
Yeah. That's very that's powerful. You reminded me of something. Yeah, that is very true. When you are getting angry like that, you are in a sense giving someone your power.
Yeah.
So the mindset, knowing that when that happens, you have that understanding like I'm giving this person power over me, and by you being a strong-willed person, you don't like that.
Yes.
So you can use
exactly.
that mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so interesting how that works. How the power that we naturally have is so easy to give to someone else, and we think that's the power we're harnessing, but it's not. Because you're giving it away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's very
that was a good point. You started that with it. It's easy for some, harder for others.
Yeah.
Why is it hard for others? That's why. Because there's power they already have. They don't know that they have it.
Exactly.
They're using it it's so weird how that happens, though. It's there that you start using it in the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all about that awareness.
Yes.
Like,
Awareness.
yeah. People talking about those everyday little things, but how you can fix that mental.
How do you define awareness and the power that awareness provides? Not just like this.
Okay, I would define awareness as removing ignorance to something.
Okay.
That's a strong word, but I'm gonna use it because I like it. So, it may even sound even stronger that everybody's ignorant to certain things to a degree. So, for example, we can use this. We can use the website like we were talking about.
Yes.
I can honestly say I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to building a website. But you knew and you shared with me the resources of how to do it, so you brought awareness that, okay, there's this that can help you, so it removed the ignorance that I had, so it made me more aware of it. So I would say it's just removing ignorance or just letting things be known that you previously didn't know about. That's how I would define it. And what was the second thing that you said?
What does awareness provide? What can we do with awareness?
I would say biggest thing awareness provides expansion.
I knew it. Evolution, expansion, I knew it.
Yeah, it provides lots of expansion. Yeah, literally, because if you know something like, oh, I can do this, so now you learned it, and now you can use it, you can apply it. So now you can take what you learned and you can go bigger and better with it.
Yes.
Versus you don't know how to do it. I mean, I will honestly say I am very ignorant when it comes to a lot of stuff with math, and that is just a whole other thing. And do I want the awareness of that? I don't really care for it. Yeah. But if someone taught me certain things, like how to make it easier, I would be like, oh my gosh, math was this easy, then I would be excited. I can take it further.
And that's the part of the awareness, not knowing that you don't have to be aware of everything.
Right.
My grandmother loves the news. I hate the news. I don't want to know nothing about Trump. I don't want to know nothing about what's going on over there. I'm right here. I'm good.
Right.
You get out of my energy field.
Right.
So I don't want to be aware of that, and that's part of the awareness.
Right.
It's interesting that you define awareness as you define it as. I'm not going to go back into it, but because you are very you're big on evolution and evolvement and expansion. I am too, but not to the extent you are.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that you define it as that, because to me awareness is kind of like being aware of every little thought, every little thing that is going on around you.
Yeah.
Because for me, I've been so. I spent 24 years of my life daydreaming. I just learned to be present 2 months ago. I'm not even kidding. 2 months ago, I learned to be present.
Yeah.
24 years of my life daydreaming of the things I want to create, daydreaming of the things that I'm not experiencing here that I want to experience. So to me, awareness is being aware of every second you have a thought, where that thought comes from, what it feels like to have no thoughts.
Yeah.
For those who are listening, what are you thinking right now? What are you feeling?
Yeah.
That to me is awareness, like knowing every second of your existence. Like this is a finger. Like I do this all the time. Like these are fingers right now. I'm holding my finger up and I'm staring at it. Like this is a stone. This is me being aware of very literal meaning.
Yeah.
For me, that's what works for me. And I think it's a part of awareness, knowing what awareness works for you.
Yeah.
Because your awareness is evolution, evolving. My awareness is being very present and aware. I can use a definition.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's cool that you bring an interesting point. One thing that I love about life is that one word can mean many different things for many different people, and that's okay.
Correct.
And that's perfectly fine. So it creates this sense of, how can I put, like a release or freedom in a sense, like, okay, because this person has this definition, but I try this and it doesn't work for me, but this works for me. But is it still? It creates this whatever way works for you works for you. We all understand it. You define it differently, but we all understand. So it creates this freedom of many different meanings to things, and you don't have to be so right like by the textbook, but you be right by the energy behind it.
Yes.
So you brought that up now. It's pretty cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's going pretty good. We can edit this out later if you want. It's
Yeah.
going pretty good. It's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. Now what do we discuss?
I know.
How long has it been so far? 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of time. I don't have anything to say. I feel like now on a different one, if you want to stop this, but now we should have like maybe like an intro.